everyone who shared today. Thank you to everybody who was here. And I'm sorry. Let me just start by apologizing for planning that first class and then having to cancel it at the last minute, and you guys made my last show in Chicago for my tour. Because I never want my followers or my fans to, to think that I take their love and their support for granted. And there's so much that goes on in my schedule that sometimes, it just happens. Sometimes my team drops the ball and I forget that I'm overbooked or whatever it is. So I just want to let you guys know that I love you guys as much as you guys love me, and all the praise that you give me, I give it all to you right back, because Queens of Metals would not be what it is without every single one of you, without every single one of your stories, without every single one of your passions, without your struggles. Queens of Metals would not be what it is. You guys make Queens of Metals. It's not even just me, it's every single one of you. A celebrity, I want you guys, I sit here and I tell you guys that I understand that a celebrity would not be a celebrity without their fans. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I don't take your love and your hard-earned money that you just paid to be here, and the time and your drive and everything that you guys have gone through to be here. I do not take that for granted, and I promise to always give you my all, to keep entertaining you guys, and to always just be who I am. I'm here to show you who I am today. So I'm 24 years old. I graduated high school, and I told myself, so I was battling whether I go to college, go to a four-year university, or to do what I love to do, which is dance, right? And my mom and my dad were so specific on this list that people tell us to follow. We have to go to school, kindergarten, then we do first grade, then we do second grade, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, whatever it is, high school, right? And then we go to four-year university after high school, and then we pay all this money, and then, this is what you have to do. You have to go to college right after high school, learn what you want to do, graduate, then get a 9-to-5 job, work, maybe meet the love of your life, whatever it is, maybe have children. You have this list of what the adult life is supposed to be about, what your life is supposed to be. And I think I learned that earlier on, where I was like, I don't want to go to a four-year university. I really don't, because Ma, you're going to be spending all this money, and it's like, a bitch is not going to be there. So thankfully I had the support of my mom saying, okay, well let's choose a middle ground. So I ended up going to a community college. I went to community college for about, let me say 2 to 3 years. And every day I would wake up at 6:30 a.m. and get myself to school at 7 a.m. so that I can take my 3 to 4 classes, be done by 12 p.m. so that I have the rest of the day to dance. I designed my schedule to where I could do both. If you're telling me that I need to go to school, then I'm not just gonna give up and be like, well, that means I can't dance, that means I have to go to school. I'm gonna make the time to find what it is that I love to do, yes? So, the career that you can have by dancing for celebrity and doing what you love to do, and this was before Instagram, this was before like all of the social media. I had met this one choreographer. She was driving a Mercedes. She had the love of her life. She was, dressed right or whatever. And I realized, wow, you can actually make a career out of dance. You can go on tour with different celebrities. You can do this, that, and the other. You can teach, blah, 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 make a career out of it. So I said, you know what? The way that you guys are looking at me right now is the way that I looked at her. I was in the same position as you, so I started taking her class for a little bit, fell in love with it. She actually is the one who introduced me to heels. Fell in love with heels because I love everything that it represents. I feel like me and her, I feel like we're different in so many ways. You guys are gonna learn that. Let me just go through the story. Anyway, fell in love with heels, whatever it is, started assisting her for 2 years. My first lesson came up, my first life lesson. I realized that what we think the way that we're supposed to come up is to be behind somebody. The way that we're going to be successful is if someone gives me this opportunity. The way that we're going to be successful is by working under somebody and having a boss all of our lives. That's what's normal, right? What's normal is to impress this choreographer. What's normal is to impress this CEO so they can hire me so I can work under their job. You know what I'm saying? We're always constantly having to depend on other people, and I thought that was it. Let me just depend on her, and she's gonna lock me up, and she's probably gonna introduce me to who hired her for whatever it was, right? Then I realized she began to take advantage of that and started to hold me down. As soon as I started finding my voice, as soon as I started finding my own style, as soon as I started, you know, coming up on my own without her, the minute it wasn't okay anymore. The minute it was like, oh, no, you're getting too good, stay down. No, you're supposed to be the little sister. No, you're not supposed to know anything. I'm supposed to give you that knowledge. I'm supposed to tell you what to do. I'm supposed to tell you what's right. And a lot of the times we run into people like that who are insecure in their own, in where they are, where they feel like if you are coming up next to them, that is not okay. Unless I make you a star. If I give you this job, then it's okay. You can go ahead and take the job and give you $1 million, and because I get $5 million for referring you. Does that make sense? Yeah. Because I was insecure in some ways. I didn't know how good I was. I didn't know how talented I was for a while. But there was this bone in my body that just couldn't stand being held down by somebody. I couldn't stand having this woman walk around thinking she's responsible for my come up and responsible for the talent that I have, that I was born with. I had that bone in my body, like, it just makes me irk. You know what I mean? Like, well, as my person, why can't you just be happy for me? Why can't your friend sitting next to you be happy for you for this good news? Why does it have to be, why do we thrive off of negativity and off of sad stories? Why does everybody have to go through that? Why can't that one person that has good news make me have good news, and then it makes you have good news, and then we all are just coming up together? That just doesn't exist in the world anymore, and that's why Queens and Nettles is here, because we share our wins, we share the good news, we thrive off of people's come-ups. We thrive off of good news and what makes us feel good. I realized that was happening, so that's when I stepped away from assisting her. I stepped away from the idea of needing somebody to be successful. I stepped away from the idea of needing somebody to be successful. Woo. That is lesson number 1. You do not need anybody to be successful. You do not need anybody to have your dreams in your hand. You do not need anybody to make your first $1 million. You do not need anybody to be happy. Period. Okay. Anyway, stepped away from that. I decided to start teaching my own class. This was before Queens and Nettles was even a thought. I didn't even, let me just side note. I never knew I would be this person. This person that I look at in the mirror. This person that I look at in the mirror, I had no idea I would be this for her. So I had an idea for myself. I told myself that I would just be a dancer, that's it. I would be a dancer, Chris Brown would hire me, Beyonce would hire me, Nicki Minaj, I would just be this legendary dancer. As a dancer. I never thought that I would be a choreographer. I never thought that I would be a teacher. I never thought that I would be a motivational speaker. I never thought that I could be this queen for so many other queens around the world. I had this idea in my head, like I put myself in a box. And I put myself in a box, I'm like, okay, I can make money that way, I could be successful that way. Once when you get excited about this one idea about yourself that may sound right, that may sound good, you block so many other things that can happen for you. I only said that I wanted to dance. I don't want to create. I don't want to teach. I don't want a lot of people. No, I just want to be that person right behind, following orders and obeying instruction. That I wanted to just be a student. I don't want to step into my own place. It makes me feel uncomfortable, because who am I? I'm only 24 years old. I'm this little black and Filipino girl that, is trying to come up. What do I know? Why would people want to learn from me? I blocked that for myself for so long until I started teaching, and until I started tapping into my own voice. So lesson number 2, you may have an idea for yourself. You may know what you want to do, and hey, go ahead and follow that and see what happens. But not for 1 minute do you block the other things that you can be, the other things that you can help people with. Because I can be all of those things. As long it feeds me, as long as it makes me feel good, as long as it feels natural, why not be all of those things and fulfill God's purpose in putting me here? Does that make sense? Lesson number 2, do not block other things that you can be. Yes, you have an idea, but work off of that idea. Because we're not meant to just be one thing. We're not meant to be in one job. We're not meant to be one age. We're not meant to look the same way. We're not meant to stay in one fucking place. We're meant to grow and do other things and shine and be here and be there and go. Don't just stay in Chicago. Spend your last to go to LA. See what's in this world. I'm only on lesson number 2. I put my class out on social media, and I was like, whoever wants to come can just come. You know, whoever doesn't, it's cool. But the fact that I just wanted to teach, and the fact that I just went out and did it, is the lesson right there. And I think that's what stops many of us. This is what stops many of us, because we look for the destination. We look for the destination and we look at what's at the end of the road instead of being excited for what our journey is going to bring. That's lesson number 4. Does that make sense? Yes. I could have been like, I don't want to start teaching because Nicki Minaj is never going to hire me as a choreographer. I realize that it's about the journey. It's not about what's at the end of the road. It's not about you becoming Beyonce. It's not about you becoming the most professional dancer. It's not about you becoming me. It's not about you making millions of. It's about the journey. It's about being happy, waking up every single day, working on your craft. Does that make sense? So I started off with 5 people in my class for about a few weeks. Is everybody still with me though? Because these lessons, although people are coming in and there's a lot of distractions, this is very, very important, what I'm letting you guys know. Because these things are what led me to where I am today, and these things people can't even fathom these ideas. But this is what you have to start thinking about in order for you to elevate and evolve, is these concepts. And it's not about everybody else. It's not about who gives me this opportunity or who doesn't. It's not about any outside source. It's about you. It's about what you're thinking. It's about what you're feeling. Does that make sense? Yeah. You create your destiny. You create your life. You are responsible for your own happiness. Although Tally, the love of my fucking life, oof. Although he gives me so much happiness every single day, it wouldn't be the same if I couldn't give myself that same happiness on my own. You don't find the love of your life by looking for happiness. And I just want someone to love me. Why can't anybody love me? Why can't? It's not fair. Why can't they see what I see in my? Because you don't even see it. Because you don't love yourself the way that you need to. The minute you start doing that for yourself, the moment you put that into your universe, the moment the universe brings it back to you in a physical form of the love of your fucking life. Does that make sense? Yes. It's literally everything is on you. Everything is on you. So, okay, back to my story, right? I think this is when I did Wild Thoughts. You guys know? That's the class that like brought everybody to my class, and it was like, here's this. Okay, 5th lesson, right? 5th, 6th, 5. 5th lesson. The moment you forget about what that destination is, the moment you stop doing things for one reason, the moment things just start to come because of just how happy you are, and because you're just doing it because you love it. I think it's because I wasn't trying to impress anybody. I wasn't trying to get any numbers. I wasn't trying to have a sold out class. I wasn't trying to get anybody. I was just like, here's the open door, take it or leave it, we're still gonna keep going, okay? And that things just started happening. My creative flow began to get better. My moves were starting to become, you know, different. Like, I can't even believe that this shit was coming out of me, and I can't believe you all want to learn it. I named Queens and Letos. It was the weirdest. I don't even know how it came about, but at first I thought it was the dumbest name I've ever heard. But then I was like, got a cute little ring to it, you know. After Queens and Letos, that's when I just started booming. And I asked me how it happened. I don't know. I still don't know. Ask me why all of these people love me. I don't know. I don't know, because I never wanted this. I never wanted it. I just wanted to dance. I just wanted to dance. That's it. And I guess naturally, I learned that my universe and my God placed me in these places for a reason. And this talking that I'm doing, it's like it comes so naturally to me. Believe it or fucking not, I'll go home after this. I'll go to my hotel after this, and I won't even know what I said to you guys. I'll watch my tapes over, and I'll listen to what I'm saying to my students and the analogies that I'm giving and the examples that I'm giving, and I'm like, oh, bitch, that's actually really good. Like, it just flows within me, and I think I finally found my purpose, because you can learn, listen to me, you can learn choreography from anybody. I just posted this on my YouTube, I don't know if you saw it. You can learn choreography from the person that's sitting next to you. You can learn choreography from the fucking mailman. You can learn choreography from the fucking pizza guy. If these people that I do not know spend their hard-earned money for me, and drive hours and hours and hours for me, and fly hours and hours for me, they are going to leave here with something. Dance is cool. Dance is great. But your life, your happiness, your passion, whatever it may be, means so much more. And I need my queens to know that my queens and my kings, because guys come into my class too, and I don't want, and who would I be to be like, no guys, only queens? No, like, this works for everybody. What I'm saying works for everybody. And what is the point? Just to learn choreography? And I know you guys cherish choreography so much, I get that. But there's something even more. Because how about you guys do it now? How about you guys be that person for Rhode Island? How about you be that person? How about you be that queen for your community? If you don't have dance in your city, how about you start it? And you be that person. You be that person to give it to all these dancers who are fiending, who are in their living rooms and garages learning choreography from their computer. How about you be that person? It's kind of scary, right? You kind of just have to go. And that's what I did, and I think that's exactly why I'm here today. No, you know what? It's acting off of what you feel. Because once one of your little voices get into your head, it's done for. Done. Do you guys know what the law of attraction is?
Yes.
Do you guys know what self-love is?
Yes.
A lot of people didn't answer. This is how, the law of attraction is how I got here. Everything that you say, everything that you think, everything that you do, everything that you put out into your universe, you are going to get back. Everything that you say that you want to do, everything that you say that you want, whether it be a business, whether it be $1 million, whether it be your best friend, whether it be just a life filled with happiness, if you put that out there and you really feel it, like, when I have this, ooh, or how about this, how about not when, how about I have this? It may not be here right now. I may not have $1 million in this fanny pack right now, but boy, do I feel like I have $1 million. Watch me get a check for $1 million tomorrow. How about I walk around my apartment like I had the love of my life, walking around in my cute booty shorts, for the table 2 sets, acting like I have the love of my life. Watch the love of my life come into my life. The next day I meet someone and it just happens. It's about what you put out, you guys. But listen, it's more than just, I'm gonna be positive today. Let's be positive. Because that's what I see all the time within my queens in LA, on social media. Everyone, the right thing to say is think positive, think positive, think positive. But are you? throwing drinks in people's faces and shit. Like, that's not positivity. And the more that you watch that, the more that you'll attract something like that into your life. It may not be the same exact thing, but you are going to attract that negativity in your life. And you guys have to protect your energy is what I'm trying to say. You have to protect your energy and make it pure. Or have a reason as to why you are listening to these songs. Have a reason as to why you're watching Love and Hip Hop. You have to have those reasons so you are in control of your own emotions and what you're feeling. You need to be in control. Not the person that's sitting next to you, not your friend, not your parent, not me, not your boyfriend or your girl or whatever it is. You need to be in control of what you feel. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Nobody has the power to make me angry. Nobody has that power. Maybe Tyler. Maybe him. But I give nobody that power because there's a reason why everything happens. Do you guys believe that?
Yes.
I hope you guys do. There is a reason why everything happens to you, and it's going back to what you just put out. Everything that happens to you, I'm sorry, you have attracted. Everything that happens to you, you have attracted. It's your decision as to what happens next and what you do to learn from that.